On August 23, 2003, I delivered my last pizza. The address seemed ordinary, a nondescript house in Pennsylvania. Little did I know, my life was about to take a horrifying turn. At the delivery location, I was coerced into strapping an explosive device around my neck. The instructions were clear: complete 4 tasks, or the bomb would detonate. The first objective, rob a PNC bank. I had no choice but to comply. As I entered the bank, panic set in. The people who'd affixed the device to me had deceived me. It wasn't a harmless stick-up. They'd given me a real homemade shotgun. I hadn't harmed anyone yet, but the clock was ticking. The police stopped the getaway car, and I begged for help. But before they could free me, the device went off. The explosion ended my life on the spot. The officers were stunned by the bizarre and elaborate collar bomb heist. What followed was even more shocking. Turns out, I'd been in on it, until I learned the device was real. My accomplices believed I'd be an innocent victim, concealing their identities, but desperation drove them to seal my fate. I'd spent nearly 30 years delivering pizzas, a reliable worker. Yet, my final delivery thrust me into the media spotlight as the infamous CDH pizza delivery man. The truth behind my involvement remains a haunting mystery.
It was a moonless night, rain tapping against my car window as I pulled up to the address. The house stood in a dimly lit cul-de-sac, its windows shrouded by heavy curtains. I had no idea what awaited me inside. The door swings open. I knocked, and the door swung open. But instead of a hungry customer, I faced darkness. The room seemed empty, but something was off. I dropped the pizzas and turned to leave. As I stepped back, a man lunged at me from the shadows. His face was obscured by a werewolf mask, and he moved with unnatural speed. Fear surged through me. Was this a prank? A robbery? I didn't wait to find out. I sprinted back to my car, adrenaline pumping. But the man followed, relentless. He chased me down the street, and suddenly, I was in a Hollywood car chase. Rain blurred my vision, tires screeching as I swerved through narrow alleys. The werewolf mask bobbed behind me. I took corners at breakneck speed, narrowly avoiding collisions. My little sedan became a getaway car. The man matched my every move, fueled by some unseen determination. I glanced in the rearview mirror. His eyes were wild, hungry. I hit the gas, praying my tires wouldn't give out. The werewolf fell behind, disappearing into the night. I drove until my lungs burned, until the rain washed away the fear. When I finally stopped, I realized I'd survived a real-life action sequence. From then on, every delivery felt like a trap. Every shadow held danger. I quit the job, haunted by the memory of that relentless pursuit. The werewolf mask became my recurring nightmare, a reminder that danger could lurk behind any door.
On a summer Friday night, I arrived at an address that seemed ordinary, a small, weird-looking house nestled in the outskirts. But there was something off. An abandoned house stood next to it, its windows dark, and the front door slightly cracked open. The air felt charged with anticipation. As I knocked, the door swung open silently. The room inside was dimly lit, and the air carried a faint scent of decay. I hesitated, but the customer, a frail woman, beckoned me further. Her eyes held secrets, and her whisper sent shivers down my spine. "They're waiting for you." The room seemed empty, yet I sensed their presence, the unseen guests. Their footsteps echoed in the hallway, their laughter like distant echoes. I glanced around, but there was no one else. The woman handed me exact change, her bony fingers cold against my palm. As I turned to leave, the piano in the corner began to play. Its keys moved as if by invisible hands, producing a haunting melody. The notes hung in the air, and I wondered who played it. Was it a ghostly presence? A memory trapped in those keys? Or something far more sinister? Terrified, I fled the house, vowing never to take late-night deliveries again. The piano's notes followed me, echoing through the night. Who were the unseen guests? What role did they play in this eerie drama? To this day, I wonder if they were spirits, memories, or something beyond our understanding. The experience left me haunted. Every subsequent delivery felt like stepping into another dimension. I quit the job, unable to shake the memory, the whispers, the piano, and the unseen guests who shared that haunted house.